Hey there, crafty friends! It's Carrie Rhodes. Thanks for coming back to my paper crafting YouTube channel. Today we are doing some stencil smooshing. Yes, that's a thing. It is. And this video is actually going to start out with content from a previous video. Do you remember this one where I made the squishy bunny cards out of shaving cream backgrounds and then I did some stenciling on top of this card? And that is where this video starts with what happens with that stencil after I ink it up. So I'm doing some yellow ink on one side of my background here, and I'm just using the ink that's left over on my brush. And then I'm going to do some pink on the other side, just using the ink that's still in my brush from a previous stenciling or ink blending. And recently I have decided that I don't like wasting that ink that's on my stencil. Like normally I peel the stencil off and I just wipe the stencil off, and it's a lot of ink on my baby wipe or paper towel. So I decided I'm going to spritz it and pick up the ink. So I sprayed that stencil with water 5 times, misted it, and then I brought in a piece of paper and just smooshed it down on there and picked up the ink. And I got that and saved it for later. And today is later. I'm going to turn this into a card. So I brought the stencil back and the background's dry. It's been days and days, maybe even a week or so. And I'm lining up the stencil with the hearts on the background, and I'm taping that into place, and I'm going to do some more stenciling. So I'm bringing in ink this time. I have my Squeezed Lemonade Distress Oxide ink, and I'm going to use my blending brush, and I'm going to put the yellow ink on the side of my background that has pink. So I'm going to just, flip-flop the colors, and it's a way to transform this background. Do something with it besides use it just how it is, although you could totally do that. But I wanted to elevate it, and I love doing my own backgrounds. I love making a mess and doing inky things. So this was just fun for me, a little experiment. Let's see what we're gonna get. Like, it was wasted ink that was saved anyway, right? And I picked it up, that ink, with a piece of inexpensive cardstock. Like, if you can buy a ream of cardstock at somewhere where you also buy groceries and shoes, that's the kind of cardstock I'm using. Okay, that's it. Cheap cardstock. And then I don't worry that I'm wasting the paper, right? So I kind of blended those together in the center, and here's what I got. And I love it. So I now have ink on my stencil. So what am I going to do? Yeah, I'm going to spritz it 5 times with water, bring in another piece of cardstock, and pick up that ink. You could see how this could totally become a vicious cycle, right? But I didn't want to waste it. So because this happened, I'm actually going to make 2 cards in today's video. So lucky you and lucky me, because I have 2 cards in my stash now that I can use when I need a sympathy card. So I brought out my Emergency Card Essentials die set number 2, and the largest rectangle die in the set cuts out and embosses the edge of my paper, making it the perfect layering size for an A2 size card. So it's going to be about 4 inches by 5 1/4 when all is said and done. And I can just take that die and center it right there on my background and get the exact look I want for my card. It's perfect. Now I'm going to be using this brand new stamp set and die set from Trinity Stamps. It's called Simply Sentimental Sympathy. So there's all these large sympathy words and sub-sentiments to go with it. So I've stamped it and die cut it. And then also the dies give you dies to cut out the words that you can use on those shadow layers. So I have the die cut word with the white letters on black paper as well. So now I have something for both cards. In the Emergency Card Essentials die set number 1, I used the largest circle and the scallop circle to create a little landing spot for my word sympathy, and then I stamped a note of, which is one of the supporting sentiments in that stamp set. Now also in the ECE die set number 1, I am using this strip die. I like these for small sentiments like this, and I am actually going to die cut this 2 times, flipping the die around so I can get that finished off look on the other end. It's really easy to nestle it back in there, lock it into place, tape it down, run it through again, and you have this. Now you see me pressing on that paper with my crease tool. Sometimes you get pressed lines, like embossed lines, when you don't necessarily want them. I just press them out with that tool. take a look at this tiny Band-Aid set. This came out at the same time with the Simply Sentimental Sympathy, and I noticed that one of the hearts in that die set is the exact same heart as the heart in this stencil. It's just a little bigger, so I thought I would use it on my card. I'm going to die cut it from that scalloped pink circle, and I'm going to do a little inlaying. So I'm going to cut this again from a piece of glitter cardstock. I save every scrap. Do you do that too? Yeah, this is about gone, but I had enough for today's card and that made me happy. So I am going to put everything together now, gluing the scallop circle onto the solid vellum circle, and then I can inlay that cute little glitter yellow heart and just put all the things together. So I wanted the word sympathy to kind of stand up off the card. So what I'm going to do, instead of like bringing in foam tape, I'm going to bring in some craft foam, and I happen to have some that already had adhesive on the back and is black, so it's perfect for this. I'm going to die cut that out so the adhesive is actually on the front this time. Then I can stick the two pieces together very easily, and it's going to be nice and raised up and perfect for this card. So I'll add a little liquid glue because I don't trust myself. I want to make sure that this is lined up really nice. And if I have liquid glue, it allows me that moment to reposition it if I need to. So we'll glue this whole thing down to our like focal point circle here. And before I use any of that on my card, I wanted to add some splatter. So I'm going to put a heavy block and let all of that dry over there. And then I took a little bit of this black acrylic paint that has an iridescent finish to it, watered it down a little bit, and I'm going to splatter this right on my background because I needed to repeat that element of black on my card to really just tie everything together. So look at that. Isn't that fun? It's just a little bit, right? But some of this is even going to be covered up. So it's just that hint of the black that's a little softened by the iridescent shine is going to really pull this card together. I didn't want to waste the edges of my background, so I cut off, I think this is about 3/4 of an inch piece, and added that to the inside of my card for another little decorative element. And also there is that pink heart, which I cut out of the scallop circle. I'm going to use that on the inside as well. So we have a really cute reminder of the outside of the card, but on the inside. All right, so there's the inside, and then we can put everything together. I might have used a little bit more glue than I normally do on this panel because it's slightly warped, being that it was cheap cardstock and it got wet and all of that. But now it's going to lay down really nice. All right, so we'll add that circle on, keeping that liquid glue only behind the parts of the vellum that are already covered by the elements on top, and that completes my sympathy card. I think it's nice to have sympathy cards on hand ready to go for a time that you might need them, because sometimes you just need to have it right away and not have to spend the time to make another card. So, all right, let's move on to card number 2, that second background that I made in this video. I'm going to tape that stencil into place, and then I am bringing in a black liner pen, and I'm going to trace all of the hearts on here. Now, what I was trying to do was get what I thought was happening was that the hearts on the stencil were going to be perfectly centered in between the hearts on the background. But as I pressed on this, I could see it wasn't exactly where I wanted it to be, but it was still going to work out really cute. So let's take a look at this with the black hearts added. And now you have to tell me which one of these is your favorite. Which background do you like better? The stenciling that I did over the top, or the hand-drawn heart? They're not really hand-drawn, the hand-traced hearts. I like it. I love it. So I added splatter to this one as well because I still had the splatter left over there. I didn't want to waste that either. And so I did that, and then we're going to work on the focal point. I'm using the same 2 dies, but this time I'm going to reverse it. So my scallop circle is actually the vellum part, and the large circle is that pink paper, that pink textured paper. And I used one of my favorite sub-sentiments from the set. It says, "No words, just hugs." Oh, that's so cute, right? You could use that for anything. All right, I have these hearts that are like baubles, and they have a really nice pearlized shine to them. I'm going to use those on this card where I used it, you know, like a glitter heart on the other one. I'm using a glitter, or no, a heart embellishment on this one. Now you can see I did put a little glue on my vellum, and I just kind of spread that out with my finger so it's not as visible through the vellum. And then we'll add this to our card front, add on those cute hearts. Now, if you like these hearts, they do come in lots of other colors, and I will have everything I used for you linked below. They are affiliate links, but the companies offer us affiliate links because we kind of talk up their products for them, and I'm showing you stuff that I love. So if you love something that a YouTuber shares with you, it's so nice of you to shop their links. You are supporting them, and you're supporting a business. It's something, you know, they do to kind of help advertising. So don't ever feel bad about using someone's affiliate links. If they've inspired you, if you've learned from them, then you should definitely help support them. So thank you for doing that on my channel. I appreciate you. All right, I added some more of those pieces from the background panel on the inside of my card, and I couldn't pick between the pink and the yellow, so I did both. Yeah, so that completes my 2 sympathy cards. I think this Simply Sentimental Sympathy is a great one to have in your stash because you can pair it with things that you already own, right? And it's got some great sentiments in it. It also has an I'm sorry in it, like I'm sorry for your loss. It's really versatile. So there's the 2 cards with my backgrounds. You guys told me you wanted to see a video of me using those backgrounds from my stenciling, so I did. And I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and everything in the comments below. I love chatting with you. And I will see you guys again very soon with another paper crafting video. Thanks for watching, and happy stamping. Bye.